Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another Disconnect podcast. Tonight, joined with me, we have Windego Zero and a special guest, Jordan Cortez.
What's going on?
Ooh,
All right, now
this,
starting on the first
yeah.
question,
So
let me ask you. Wait, so do you want us to call you Jordan throughout the podcast or Cortez?
Yeah. Jordan is cool.
Just
Jordan is
Jordan?
cool.
Got you.
Yeah,
All right, now starting in on first question. How long you been doing music for?
uh, doing music. I've been doing music since I'd say around 2020 was when I got back into doing music. But I've been rapping all my life. So like I was rapping as long as I can remember. I stopped doing it kind of because uh, I got to school and started playing basketball and stuff, and I didn't really have time,
Wait, you there?
to make music and play basketball and do school. So it kind of went away. And then when basketball went away, because I realized that can't everybody be at 6'5", be
I feel you there.
prospect. So yeah, so the music started creeping back up and started actually trying to make music around 2020. I ain't really release anything. It was just something I did for fun and kind of just kept to myself. So yeah, but,
All
but
right.
yeah, I say I started making music around 2020.
2020.
Been rapping all his life, but started
Yeah,
actually
that's what.
taking it serious maybe around 2020.
Yeah, I had to at least.
All right,
I
well,
wouldn't say I wouldn't say I took it serious until right now,
all right, I can see.
but I was trying to take it serious around that time.
Trust. We can tell the difference, man. You're going crazy right now on social media and all that stuff. I want to really get into the details on the new album or EP. What is it?
I'd call it an EP. It's going to be no longer than 30 minutes. I want
Okay.
to have
Okay.
as many songs on there as I can. So if I do 8 songs, then gotta be ideal. So 8 songs, try to keep it under 30 minutes, but
So
still have substance in those songs. I don't want to feel
yeah.
like just stupid shit.
So tell the viewers like what is the message behind the show? I mean, not the show. I'm talking about the EP. Yeah.
Cause you be speaking, bro. I be hearing them
Yeah.
things. You be actually saying something, bro.
It's a lot. It's a lot, and I kind of want to break it down as the rollout is happening. So right now, I just dropped Conflicted. That's the first single to the EP. Probably be the second track on the EP.
Yeah.
Uh, so that's sort of like I want this whole project to be a high school recap. So
Mm.
so Conflicted more so describing my sophomore year and how everything was cool because I don't know if y'all well how old are y'all because COVID hit in 2020. That was my sophomore year. That was the end of my sophomore year.
Oh
Oh
shit.
no, that was our
Yeah.
junior year, senior year, or something
Nah, I
like
was
that.
senior.
Yeah, senior.
No,
Yeah. Yeah.
junior. I'm tripping. In the junior year.
Yeah, junior.
We're 19
So
years
yeah,
old though.
we're 19 by the way. Yeah.
Okay, so y'all above me. So yeah, there was that whole shit, but it's real hard to explain. I feel like so many hidden metaphors within this project. I would have to like a real deep dive into because it's about my high school. It's also about um, breakup situation that happened. It's
Mm.
also about um, the city that I lived in as I was being raised. It all kind of wraps up into one. It has 3 different metaphors. It has 3 different things. So the best way I can explain it would to just be to make the music and to explain it, through my promotion and through my lyrics. So
So,
I can't really give a detailed description on what it's about, but I say the say the main part is about being raised in a small town, like a small town upbringing, and all the mental health issues that goes into high school.
Hmm.
It's a tough task that I'm gonna have to tackle, but it's something that I've been wanting to do for a couple of years, man. So I'm gonna get it done.
Yeah, I know
You
that's
gonna
right.
squash it, bro. Low key.
Right.
So is it
Um. Mhm.
gonna be about like your high school? Are you gonna have like names? Are you name dropping in the song?
See, okay, people be asking me that. Oh, I don't think I will be. I think if I name drop, it'll be something that's not necessarily dissy, but something that's necessary for me to like I have to say that person's name. But I say for the majority of topics that I'm talking about in this project, I think people already know, and that's who I wanted my main audience to be in the first place. But I was gonna drop this like last year when people didn't know me for real, and people still don't really know me for. I'm not famous, but uh, man, I was gonna drop this last year, and I really wanted my main audience to be the people that I went to high school with, and all my peers and everybody that was around me,
Right.
that I could send a message. So, with that being said, I don't really need to name drop. I think topics that happen in this project are the topics that everybody knows, and that they're aware of. So, I think it'll make it that much more worth listening to. Fact that I don't have to name drop because people know these situations. These are real
So,
life situations that
that's fucking amazing. So it's like kind of like an insider type thing. Like if you know if you know, like like
it's
yeah,
insider, but it's relatable because it's about high school and
yeah.
everybody went to high school. So it's more so about the themes of high school. You know how you know high school. Like,
Yeah.
it's real people. It's really people trying to find themselves. People trying to fit in. People basically masking who they are when they get inside a particular setting, so that they could, have a certain perception of themselves to other people. So
Mm.
that's something that I really want to tackle because it doesn't get talked about enough. It doesn't get talked about enough at all. We go about our and high school really mentally affects people to a really far extent. So it's something that I really want to talk about.
All right. So like, do you think it was inspired by personal experience or like where does it come from? You know what I mean? Especially since you said you went to drop it last year, so this is like.
Yeah, I think it's personal experience, and I also think it's 90% personal experience, but it's 10% what I hear from other people, what I see from
Mm.
the people around me. Um, just the fact that people, like I said, people don't want to talk about this. Like this isn't something, and I fell victim to that because I, would I call it trauma? I don't know if I would call it trauma, but things that happen in high school, we don't talk about. Like, don't talk about it, and just act like it's not a big deal. And so I'd say it's personal experience, but it's also from the people around me just acting like shit isn't like shit is just good. Like it's not good. Like,
Uh,
and it's hard to explain.
they
It's hard to
pretending.
explain.
They're just
Yeah,
pretending like stuff isn't happening when it is.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So he is like um one second. We got I think we the fucking audio.
All right. So what I've seen is the when you're freestyling in a room with a bunch of your friends or a bunch of students from your school. So you got a big support system at your school. Would you say?
It's just my friends. I don't know. I mean, I got some people that there that know and they support it, but I say only my friends be the ones that be coming to classroom videos because those are the only people that I be telling to come to the videos. So
Right. You don't want no random person in it, huh?
yeah, why is my hold on? My camera is not go. Uh, I don't be inviting the whole school to the
Thank you.
classroom videos.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's a good get together though. Those are like all off the dome.
Oh no no
Oh, I'm
no
gonna
no
say that's
no
crazy because you just be going and
no.
going. I'm like, dang. So these are like,
Those was off the dome. Some
Yeah.
okay, so the first people ask this question a lot. The first one, um, it's like written all the way up until a certain point, and I improvise it towards the end.
oh,
I
okay,
improvise it towards the end. Uh, the ones after that were strictly written. Like
okay. You had to, yeah, you had to
nobody, I
organize.
don't think in the crazy like people be like this ain't off the dome. Oh damn! Like why does it matter? Like, because the way I see it is that one rapper. I haven't heard one rapper that can do that shit off the dome. Juice, only rapper I know that could do that. Juice
That's
World
what.
don't even be doing that off the dome. Juice World, his words more simplistic, but he
Oh
can
yeah,
rhyme
definitely.
forever. Like
Yeah,
he can rhyme forever,
1,000,000%.
right?
Yeah.
The words that I be
Yeah,
saying
it's
in
just,
videos are not simplistic.
bro, you
And
be
you have
having like,
That's doing
schemes
that
and you
shit.
have like whole like methods behind it, like a whole fucking
Yeah, ain't
simile, fucking
nobody.
metaphors. Like
I for real
it's
heard
no way.
five
Yeah,
syllables.
I
yeah.
was like, God
Nobody,
damn.
nobody's favorite rapper is doing that shit off the dome. So that's the way I see it. Like, shit it, appreciate it either way. I'm like, if it was off the dome, that would be fucking crazy. But
Hey, either
that's like
way,
somebody. That's
Was more
somebody
in it.
carry a car with both their like, yeah. Like nobody's doing that shit.
I get that one, bro.
Like,
Yeah. I feel like um in the future, so this is how I describe you, right? To people like who is Jordan Cortez, right? I would say a lot of people would say like underground or like like fucking Yeet and all these like I wouldn't put you in that underground category. The reason why is because your sound and the way you make music is more on the mainstream kind of like you are the ones that like you're more traditional sounding ones where like not like you sound like everybody else but like more of like you are on that path to like okay my next step is to record labels gonna look at you and like instead of this you're gonna grow your audience in the more broader audience type of way instead of like underground SoundCloud shit. Then go up because I feel like you have an audience on the TikTok, and then what's going to happen is you're going to fucking make some projects, and it's just going to blow up. And it's like since social media is such a big part of every like artist growth nowadays, you're gonna hit those levels, and you're gonna fucking blow it, bro. Like um one thing I want to ask you is I do see that you have like a fucking very creative ass mindset. And what I mean by that is either the art, the cover art to the promotions and to the whole idea of the costume and all that shit, fucking amazing, bro.
You put thought
And I
behind
do
everything.
see exactly it's a good thought behind it. And I do see you in the future that like you will probably be one of those like you have that the idea like when you make a music video you have so many symbols like symbolizations behind a lot of the stuff that's going on in the video like Donald Glover's This Is America type shit, like that type of look. And it's fucking and I really do love the idea. My question is, do you ever where do you how do you get the ideas? Like where did you get the idea from the conflicted art and all that shit?
so the conflicted artwork actually made that. I made and I made that. I'd say and that has been a photo for a year,
Mm-hmm.
and that's because mentioned before.
I was planning on releasing this song, but I was planning on doing this whole project year now. So that photo actually came about. I was like senior year. I was like, I'm gonna just change up my whole image and stop caring about what other people think and their perceptions of me, and I'm gonna just do everything completely different. So I was wearing types of clothes. I was carrying myself a different way, and it was all for the project. But at the same time, it was real. Like I was really trying to work on myself, and so that picture came about uh, when I got my hair twisted for the. So my hair was always in like a curly fro, similar to in the classroom videos.
Yeah, I remember that. I'm like, damn.
I got this. I got this for the first time uh, before the first day of senior year, and he was just taking pictures of me. My hairstylist was just taking pictures of me. Took that picture. I was like, "It's a pretty good picture. I'm gonna just touch. Like, I'm gonna edit it because I've always been big on graphic design. I actually wanted to minor in that, but um, graphic design has always been my thing. So I just took that photo and I was like, let me just out with the editing. And I edited that so much that it became that artwork. It's like this
Dang.
is hard. So that, and I looked fucking conflicted on the cover. Like I
Yeah.
looked
Dang, that's a good.
disturbed on that bit. So I was looking at it and I was like, what's the best way I can describe this artwork and this that's how the logo came about.
All right, shoot. The
Um,
conflicted is amazing. Like, first, let me ask you, how long does it take you typically to make a song?
Question. So that song, he
you're lagging
to
a
make
bit. Hold up. Hold up. Restart the sentence. You was lagging.
that song took me 3 hours to make, and it was only because I uh, I stayed up the night before I went to the studio because I was supposed to go to the studio at like in the morning. I was like, I don't got shit, and I don't want to go to the studio and write, take up my time in the studio. So I
Right.
was like, let me. I was up to like 3, 4 a.m. writing song. When I woke up, I was like, I was dead dog tired. I had to get up. I had to drag myself. Uh, I went to the studio and pushed it out, recorded it. The master version actually didn't come until the next week because I had to go back in there and perfect vocals because, like I said, I was just tired. But that was the to me staying up. I stood up. I stayed up for like 3 hours.
Damn.
Dang,
That
dude.
was
That's when
sick.
I like it. Like, people make music really quick. I think 3 hours is still quick. I feel like if I was making a song, it would take days. I don't know how y'all just
Yeah, I
be.
was just quick. It usually takes me a couple days just to have the right words to say
Yeah, I can see that.
because I always go back and try to find a better way to say things, but for that just like let me just say what's on my mind. I think I can relate that song to a classroom video like that. Those lyrics were very unstructured. It was really just me just explaining how fucking conflicted I was with just everything around me. So
Mm.
Shoot.
So I really want to get into not specifically into the trauma, the like what made you trauma, like any type of trauma that you thought in you had, I mean that you had in high school, but I want to know like what were some of the situations that you really want to speak about that high school students really don't get into because it's not the social norm? Like, what made you go for the, you know, the type of style would you want to bring that message to a student that really doesn't know better? You know?
Uh, okay. Another that man, y'all asking some good ass questions. Um, essay on this, and it was a redefinition essay. I wrote this in college, and a redefinition essay is about uh that really what it's supposed to be. So what I wrote about was uh in high school, and the term refers to different groups, different classes of people in high school, right? So and to dumb it down, you have your jocks, right? You have your cheerleaders, you have your maybe your gamer people, you have uh, fuckers who really don't want to be there and just fucking gang banging and shit. Uh, I mean it's real. So and then nerds. So you have all these different groups of people, right? And some of those people look down on other people in different groups because they're in these groups, right? And call myself the popular one of the popular kids. I was well known, but I wasn't like the captain of the football team or the star basketball player, right? So me sitting back seeing all of these people go about their lives and judge other people or talk down on other people because of their personalities or their interests, and it's when is this like we're all in the same setting getting the same education, going through the same things in life, the same feeling of of maybe lonely, depression that people don't talk about because they're on to have a certain image, certain reputation that they have to uphold in high school, so they can't walk around depressed, they can't walk around looking like some sort of low light in their life. And social media also plays a big role in this as well, because in high school we go on social media and we throw these highlights up for everybody to see and for everybody to compare their lives to. Oh, what's he doing? I'm not doing, or what am I doing that they're not doing. And then we try to, live like other people, and we try to a certain social norm to try to make ourselves feel normal. But that's a real mental health issue that people don't talk about. So that's one of the that's actually one of the themes of the project is social media uh, approval, and just you know trauma that goes into that. um I wouldn't say I wouldn't traumatized from like not getting a certain amount of likes on Instagram.
Yeah.
It's just seeing that. It's like i've I've been the pop at one time, and then at one time with that as not shit. So I've seen it all, and I can speak on it all because I've been a part of everything. So yeah.
It's interesting that you bring up the social normities that because our earlier podcast we did earlier today, I was talking about how a lot of people basically how the world works is off the internet and how the internet works is off of what everybody else see on the internet. So they just like so everybody copy something that they see and then paste it, just trying to be the no, next trend or the next wave, and just to get off of something off of it. And then the world just seems everybody views everybody else's life through this window on a screen that they have to their face 24/7. So all they see is just what they think everybody else is doing. And people that don't know no better, like 16-year-olds or people that's in high school in particular, see this as the life that they are wanting to live because they're just all they see, but they don't see like people actually working hard to get what they're doing, or people doing the worst things possible to get to where they at that they want to be at. So it's kind of like it is kind of like a traumatizing thing, but not in a way where it's like depressing, but more of a it's a habit that humans create to put themselves in, that just basically put them at this level where they're not at yet, or they're not capable of, because they don't do what it takes to get to that level. So it's like, you want to do something, but you're not seeing what it takes to get there. So you just like, okay, I should be here. You put these
Oh,
expectations on yourself that.
yeah.
So
People feeling
A lot
entitled.
of
yeah, basically, to a certain extent, it's a lot of entitlement, basically. So like,
and I
go ahead.
Oh shit. Well, yeah. I think he told us to go. But right now
All right.
you're sitting at a really good spot, I would say. So, you said that you meant to post this a year ago. If you could give advice to yourself a year ago, would you have posted it then? No,
was ready.
wasn't
I
ready.
don't think I don't think I was ready. I think I tried to rush into I was ready at all because I'm not ready right now. Like
Oh shit.
I still don't have that, have that feeling of uh
Like certainty.
so yeah, exactly. So last year I thought I had, and then I went through some even more bullshit because my senior year I thought I was in state fully figured out, put myself in some more bullshit, some more high school bullshit, and, and it threw me for a fucking loop. But then I got myself right, and then the summer came around, and then more bullshit happened. So
Yeah.
it's all, but that's all material. I'd say it's all material. I don't think I had enough material last year to fully pull this off the way I wanted to. But now I'm at that spot where I've seen it all. It, it's kind of like when somebody's learning something and they want to learn it so much that they're able to teach somebody else the material. I can teach somebody all there is to know about high school. I don't think I could have last year when I was trying to do this. So yeah, right now I'm not really at that feeling of certainty, but I'm at that a return where I feel like I can't go back. Now I have to, I have to put this out there for the world to see and for the world to listen to. So yeah, that's how I see it.
That commitment. You gotta go
So
through it.
you did say that you went through a pretty bad breakup.
Okay, I went through a few of those.
He's seen it
my
all.
my my question is like, what has the relationship really taught you? Because it's like a very important aspect in people's lives, like the relationship what they have with somebody else, the bond. Like, is there any like moments where you like, okay, this is something that you learned from, and I should take this with me for the rest of my life?
uh, Not let. Okay, okay. So I'd say the main thing as relationships was when they end, doesn't end. I think whenever I went through shit in my past, specifically here when I was trying to do this project and shit with a relationship that kind of just threw a wedge and all that, I had to realize that life don't stop because someone leave
Mm.
somebody that you thought you you needed, um, somebody you thought you needed and that you thought was gonna stay, one day isn't here anymore, which is a realistic situation for anything in life. Like anything in life can be taken from you the next day. So I realized that the world just keeps turning. It keeps turning. The sun up the next day. The sun goes down the night of. So it's not something that you can hold on to. Like you can't hold on to those. You can hold on to. I'm not saying. I'm not saying you gotta like man the fuck up and just not have any emotion, because bottling anything is worse than yourself. But I wish I would have myself through the music instead of just shutting down, because I shut all the way down and I went into a state of real depression. Like it was real. Uh,
Oh man.
the advice I would give myself is just to not stop for anybody. You always keep a part. You always keep something for yourself to fall back on. You know.
Yeah, like growing up, I had a um I had a realization to myself that like and I think I told you this with Wise. I said like when you like this kind of gonna get dark, but I probably was like in a freshman year or like middle school around about that time. I don't know why I had the thought, but cause I was fucking doing stupid shit. But I had the idea. I was like when you pass away, like nobody's gonna be nobody's gonna like the last thing that you're gonna ever think about is not like why she leave me or like some shit like that. You're gonna be like, damn, this is like it's just me. The only thing that the last thing you'll have is you at the end of the day. So like when you wherever you go or wherever happens, it's just you there. So why go out your way to please somebody else and or just stop whatever you're doing to to make somebody else feel comfortable. And I wanted to know like the message in your songs. Is there any type of like, something is there any message in one of your songs that helps like people that needs the self-confidence and the boost in their social lives?
Last part again.
I'm about to let I said, is there any song like that or any type of message that you have in the EP that basically helps somebody? Like you have a message for people that have social problems, like or relationship problems that they need help with.
Yeah, that's the
This is
that's
the
the
whole
whole
thing.
That's the whole thing.
music. Okay, so this is what I'll say, because music is therapy, healing tool.
Mm,
So I can be, and say this because I listen. I'm not just an artist, right? I listen
yeah.
to music, and I'll listen to some real sad, depressing shit, right? But it's not breaking. Not, it's really just a way to, like I said, express my feelings. So
Yeah.
if I make a song about being broken, or whether I make a song about saying fuck that bitch, I'm a boss, I think it works the same way. I think it both heal the same way, right? Because people listen to sad music all the time, and I don't think, okay, maybe some people will listen to sad music to feel even more sad, but I listen to sad music is like I could listen to sad music when I'm happy.
Oh yeah, definitely. I have a
Happy.
couple of songs on
It's
there. Yeah.
I, I feel like it's the lesson that it teaches you, um, the way that you feel. Like if as long as you getting your emotions out, that is always a good thing, right? So I'll give an example of, so The Weeknd has a song called "Die for You," right?
Oh
It's
yeah,
like
yeah.
Like if I'm listening to that song, I'm in my feelings, right? But then he has a song called Heartless, where he just don't give a fuck. I feel like it works the same. Like those are two completely different. They work the same way as far as coping and as far as therapy is concerned. Somebody can listen to either one of those songs and be like, "Damn, this song changed my life." Like your music is inspiring me to live another day. It's inspiring me to keep going.
Yeah, I see the therapy part of that.
And that's how I want people to receive it. Whether the song is, because it can have a upbeat and it can have a real upbeat rhythm and sound, but talking about some real dark shit, like some real shit that people just need to hear. Because if you don't hear it, you don't receive it. If you don't receive it, you don't learn from it and you don't build from it. So I see it.
I actually it's crazy you say that because I like on earlier podcast we did I was literally just telling I was like sad music and like music that has that theme around it allows people that don't feel like they're comfortable like don't feel comfortable being sad. Like most men are like, man, I'm fuck that sad shit, I got shit to do, or you know what I'm saying. Like I feel like a lot of guys these days, a lot of people that's in high school, that's why Juice WRLD hit so hard. A lot of teenagers was in high school and was like, oh shit, when I listen to him I feel comfortable being in myself and being in the moment right now. I can listen to like so it's like it seems like you're on that path to really carrying a lot of people's like a lot of people's emotional breakage. Like they just can't, they can't put it, So I love that type of music, and I'm, fucking, I'm amazed, bro. So where did the what you say? Go ahead.
Oh, so you want me to? Okay. Do you have a favorite line in Conflicted? Like a quick lyric breakdown. Do you have a favorite line?
Favorite line in Conflicted.
Oh yeah.
Shit.
Like the biggest bar.
It just put you on the spot.
Cause you be saying these words with 16 syllables, bro. Like I had to slow it down for a second, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Shit.
It might take a minute, bro. It might take a minute.
I got two.
Oh, okay. Bye.
I got
it too, yeah.
So my first one is, I probably, if I hit rock bottom, I just dug too deep. That's just relatable to me because
that's hot.
Like every time I hit rock bottom, every time I'm in a point in my life where I given up, it's not because I just fell in that one day. It's just the fact that I'm trying so hard, and I just keep falling back down, right?
Right.
So, and it's how I explain with my relationships, right? So I was in a real good relationship or real good seeming relationship, and it would feel like I'm climbing up this mountain, I would feel good, and then I would back down, So it's really just me. That's the one word that I have for it. Just trying to when I hit rock bottom. So and it was just kind of a play on words, but that's my favorite line. My second favorite line is in when the beat switch up for believing talk isn't cheap when niggas is supposed to say broke, but then the beat cut off. Because I mean it's real. Niggas love to, act like they got it. And I love this because in high school acting like they was rich. Like if you was rich, then you right now. Like this is public school. This is a small town public school, and you really got it that much. It's just
We ain't gonna say no names, but you know who you is.
And I'm not gonna say names. because at one point I was acting like that. duality of it all, because I can talk about people, but then at the same time, I gotta look within myself, and I gotta be like, at one point, am I still doing it? Am I still down, likes on social media? Am I still going around acting like I'm better than people? Am I still going around uh being into normality? So it's always a question that you got to ask yourself if you're asking other people too. So
Self-checking
That's a good
yourself.
one.
That's good, man.
All right, I think it's
Yeah,
transition time. Oh, should go ahead. Do your thing. Do your thing.
I just all I wanted to say is I do think people have a fake it till you make it. Every aspect of life, like no matter what, like at work, when you at home with your family, you just fake a lot of shit. Yeah, everything, you know.
So
So yeah, that's fucking like that's a bar.
there you go. But we're gonna switch the topics up a little bit. Are you okay with me asking relationship like questions?
What's the time?
You okay?
What's the?
We're sitting at right now 48 minutes, but I started
Oh,
like. But you remember the in between time when we were trying to fix the camera, so I don't know.
yeah, I got you.
So how long since
Keep
you
it.
mentioned the thing from before of like how you were trying to do your thing while you was talking to this girl? When do you realize that the relationship is not worth it, or is not worth the sacrifice?
I'm ready to talk about this shit.
personally, to realize that mid relationship, I feel like some foul shit. And when I mean foul shit, I mean like either cheat on me or break like a text and just never talk to me again, which happened back to back.
What
So
the fuck?
when I realized, that's when I start, and it's not even then when I start realizing, because when in this happens, I'd be like, can we still try to make this work even though you shattered my fucking soul? Can we still try to make this work? Because I still got that attachment.
You love hard.
I realized, but then as I mentioned before, once I realized that the sun keeps shining and the world keeps turning, you gotta boss up. You gotta put yourself. You gotta put the pieces back broke, and you gotta keep going. And you can't let your life end over a relationship. So
Shit. There you go.
people gonna come and go anyway. So
Some people really got to hear that one. Okay. Sure.
All right.
All right.
I think it's just
That was a big one. Yeah. What do you think about that one, Windego? You said that you wanted to hear that one.
I feel like basically what he was saying. I ain't gonna lie. Like he could really have an attachment issue instead of like a love thing. It's like you have it's kind of like not I wouldn't say dopamine, but like you have a addiction at a certain point when it's like you have a routine with this person. You're used to seeing them. You're used to being around them. So after a while, it's like, wait, where the fuck are you? Like, why are you not? You know what I'm saying? And that shit hurt because it's like, damn, like I can't. If I go, I'm going to be repeating the same cycle. If I don't go, I'm gonna have to basically break this cycle that I'm so used to. People are more comfortable in relationships than happy in relationships, and it's fucking sad.
Yeah. I think the
you
accountability
see so
part.
many toxic relationships.
That is true. That's how you get locked in. All right. So when you say there's two main things, like, you got to do something really messed up to realize that mid relationships, I'm going to put you in a scenario and tell me if this is one of them, or it can be one of them. So, say your girl has your phone and she falls down the stairs, right? While she's falling down the stairs, she's pressing the buttons on your phone or whatever by mistake because she's falling and everything. And she deletes all of your social media platforms, like your account on every single social media platform. She says, she tells you that. She comes to you, she's like, oh, I'm so sorry, I fell down the stairs and I accidentally, and she didn't delete the app, she deleted your account, you know what I mean? So, she's like, here's your phone.
I don't think that's worth shit.
You don't think
Because
it's...
I mean, it's.
Okay.
I think back then I would have been, Like, okay, so for this scenario, back then, I would have been like, how the fuck did you even fall down the stairs in the first place? Right? I would have been like, it would have been something that just pissed me off. Like, how did you, first of all, you fell down the stairs. That was your first mistake. Your second mistake was that you deleted all my accounts. So I would have been more like pissed off than anything. But right now, it's just social media. Like,
Mm.
All right.
That's some
that ain't-
mature ass shit.
For real. He's saying,
Yeah.
man, I need to unplug anyway.
Because the thing
there's a
is,
life.
you have a fucking a potential big ass career, right? So it's like saying like, oh, it's just social media. Like that's some J Cole shit. I ain't gonna lie, like niggas don't really. A lot of people
Right.
that are artists right now are like, nigga, if my Instagram account even gets threatened to be touched, I'm a have to kill somebody. And I'm like, shit.
Because that's all they
I
want.
know damn well if somebody delete my Instagram, this shit that we got going on, bro, I'm gonna be fucking sick. Like I'm gonna be like, bro, I might have to beat your ass. We gonna have to fight for like 30 minutes.
It's a part of your career. It's a part of your right. But I mean, at the end of the day, like, it's out. Your life is outside of the digital screen. So, I'd be more upset if if I was cheated on. To be honest, like something
Most
happens in the
definitely.
real world.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
Real
I ain't gonna.
world.
I ain't gonna lie. I wouldn't care as much if I get cheated on. Like if you delete like how I'm trying to make my money, like yeah, all right, we gonna have to fucking fight. But cheating.
He's basically saying he'd rather lose. Well, never
Yeah,
mind.
that's fact.
I'm
see that.
not gonna lie. I'd rather get cheated on than lose this. Like if Disconnect was to disappear tomorrow, I would be so hurt.
Like everything about Disconnect, yeah, that would be crazy because that's like years of progress. But yeah,
That's
I
like
get that.
3, 4, 5 years, bro.
But the main question would be like, how did you really delete it? The main like thing behind that is like, since you are going, you're going like forward right now, and you're getting a lot of exposure. Is she deleting it because she doesn't want like other people to see you type thing? Like she's controlling type thing, keeping you in a bubble with her. You know what I mean? But that's just one way of looking at it. Either way, I got another one. Another one is if your partner, this is a scenario, your partner cheats on you within the first couple of months and doesn't tell you about it until 2 years later, will you still be upset about it? You didn't know up until then.
I got somebody with me right now, and I feel like asking her this question.
Ah, shoot. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. We got the special one. Okay.
He phoned a friend.
if
Want me to reset?
all right, so they asked if you were to cheat on me, right, a couple months into the relationship, so basically right now, but you can tell me until a couple of years later.
2 years after, yeah.
Oh shit! Hey, I'm not. I would. Oh damn! I would be hurt. I would. But I don't think the whole relationship is based on a lie.
Well, you guys still love each other. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
It's such a big ass bond together. 2 years.
Knowing my dumbass, I would probably be like, water under the bridge.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie. That does not sound that bad. Like, damn.
Yeah, because it's kind of like,
in.
dang, like that was a long ass time ago type thing.
You'd be like, it was a long ass time ago. Yeah, you shit. Even remember what I had to eat last week. So.
Like for real, like it ain't even that deep, man. It's
Right.
cool. It's cool.
Yeah, that's true. And then people
That's fucking
change over the amount of time, and the fact that they're telling you, I think, is a big factor as well compared to you finding out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because then it's like
definitely.
But telling me after all that time, I think that's saying something. I think that's saying that she really kept it a secret, and she just couldn't take it.
I play the devil. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I feel like if like she really don't got no remorse, like she not feeling no guilt,
man.
because guilt is gonna tell her to tell you,
Yep.
That is true.
and if she don't, then she just don't give a fuck. But
Yeah.
On the
Killing
other
us.
side, I do feel like waiting 2 years to
Yeah,
like
it's like
waiting for like it's like damn, like it's a cause I ain't gonna lie, I'm a little petty sometimes, and I'm like it took you 2 years to tell me this shit. Like what about you remember like our first anniversary? You remember that one? Like you
you
never
ready
thought
for
about
the
telling me on that?
second one? Nah.
You
Things
wait for
have
the
to.
second one? That's crazy.
I feel like the only time for if that were to happen to say it is if things are going really good, right? No one's gonna say it like when things are going bad, right? So
Yeah,
if they want to spend
and
the
I think
rest of their
there's
life
more
with you,
guilt. Yeah,
they're like, okay, all cards right here up front,
yeah.
100% honesty type thing.
That's the only way you can really advance a relationship if it's like, okay, we have no secrets no more. So like, I don't give a fuck about like that's
Right.
fucking man. All right, yeah, let's get it.
All right. Last comments on that. Done. We're done with that one.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. So, if you was to be signed right now to a record label, what would be the amount you ask for, and what would be the amount of control they have? You know what I mean?
The amount that I asked for. Okay, that's a good question. The project that I'm releasing right now isn't necessarily for money. So, like, if I release this project, right, and label hit me up, okay, I don't really know how much labels be throwing these days.
I don't either.
Uh, nothing over 1 million. I don't think you know prominent in the game. I just released a single. If I release this project and it blow up, then maybe. But really, the only thing I would be thinking about is the opportunity that a label even hit me up in the first place,
Yeah.
right?
They're
And
like,
I've had a couple hit me up, but it wasn't on no, let's make you a deal. It's how can we get you to this next step. So
Yeah.
only thing that I really be looking for is connection and opportunity.
Oh
So
yeah.
people hit me up with any kind of money. Uh, I wouldn't really look at the money. I would be looking at how will this
Benefit.
benefit my
Yeah.
career? And what was the second part did you ask?
how much control would you allow them to have over your music?
Control?
Like if they was to have like 20-90 type deal where they get like you get 90, they get the 10, or you know what I'm saying, like some
And then
shit like that.
also, they can like block people from using your music, like in public videos type thing. They'll
Oh
have
yeah, and yeah, advertisements and shit like that.
Splits? So I don't I don't even know, man. Uh the majority percentage. It's like I said, like because I feel like earn the bulk of their money off of their music. I feel like it's more so with their touring and with their and just
Yeah.
everything surrounding the music, like the endorsements surrounding the music. So as far as like money is concerned, I wouldn't even care about like a 60-40 or 70-30. Care about that as long as my out there to an audience and to a big audience as that. Like I want I want the whole world to hear what I have to say. And that being said, I feel like I would give them control over like release dates, all that. But I want to be the most creative with my music possible.
Yeah, they wouldn't be able to tell you.
Labels, I know that some labels don't give you the leeway for that, but I feel like it's really up to the artist on what type of music that they want to put out because I signed to a label just for them to take my creative process away. Well,
That would be horrible.
independently, and I won't get as many viewers and as many ears, but I feel more ears kept constantly working at, dropping creative music and dropping music that people music with substance, right?
Okay.
That's how I see it. I wouldn't want to sign to a label and they just take my whole creative aspect away. People won't even listen to music.
That
You
is true. That is true. It'll be
I
money grab.
I I do feel like being an independent artist is starting to be like very viable these days. I like back then when the industry was completely run by corporate. It's like way more easier to do because all it is a system that they already have set up. So they already they just have people doing what you can't do. Like you can't pay people to publish your stuff, all that shit, right? Advertisements and managers and all that stuff. So they just pay people to do the stuff, and you basically kind of contract for them to manage you and your all your shit like studio time and all that stuff. So what I realized is nowadays it's harder, but it's more profitable on your end to like you just do everything they're doing, but just off your payroll, off your money. And it's like over time, it's like definitely more better because it's 100% creativity and it's 100% your
Yours.
control over everything. You're the CEO of it, so it's like you run your own. So I hate the like the shit that some of these people these corporates I heard do. Like it's like fucking sickening, but
Yeah, for real.
yeah, I hate it.
But let me ask you: is there like an artist people heavily compare your music to? Go ahead, bro.
I know he hate this shit. Yeah.
I don't know if y'all seen my TikTok video where I was promoting the single, where I was reading or where I was in my kitchen. Y'all know the TikTok video I'm talking about? Do y'all be on TikTok for real?
I be on it here
I
and there,
deleted TikTok.
I be on it
I
here and there.
deleted TikTok.
That's how I feel.
But yeah,
Let
I
me just
have.
get y'all the rundown. I made a video promoting my single, and I was basically me being frustrated that I couldn't find any beats, and I went on my computer, and a beat popped up, and I played it, and I started like fucking floating in the air, right?
Uh-huh.
Whatever.
Oh, I have seen
But
that. Okay. Yeah.
on the computer, I tried to make a little joke, but people didn't really catch it. Computer before I shot the skit, I typed in Safari, and I had the tab open on my computer as I recorded it, and the tab said how to stop getting J. Cole comments. People
I
didn't see
knew
it.
it was J. Cole.
People didn't see it, but it was a joke that I was trying to make because, bro, it's like, damn, it's like artists literally like say anything sophisticated and anything educational,
J. Cole.
and people are gonna run to the comments and be like, "Oh, J. Cole, Kendrick,
Kendrick.
J. Cole, Kendrick." Like,
Yeah. You don't like those comparisons? Those are pretty good comparisons though. Like if anybody
no, those are crazy. Those are crazy comparisons. Those are my top two favorite rappers ever. It's like when I'm trying to do something different, when I'm more than a rapper, because I essentially want my career to be the, me being the best artist I can be.
right.
Mm,
You.
That's like
That's
rapping, that's songwriting, that's content creating. That's not just rapping.
Yeah. But I don't think they thinking you're copying them. Like they think definitely you're doing your own
they
thing,
just-
you know? But
Yeah.
they just
Yeah,
like
but I wouldn't even like the fucking the shadow they casting on you when you're like, okay, yeah, that nigga sound like J. Cole. That's that J. Cole dude. I would hate that if somebody was like, oh yeah, come bring.
oh yeah,
let's
you
talk,
would be
let's-
stuck. You would be kind
That
of
J.
stuck.
Cole,
Yeah.
yeah, the
being
dude that sound like
the
J.
guy
Cole.
who
I'll
And
be
looks
like,
like him.
this is how I deflect. This is how I deflect that because like people will say I sound like people will turn around and say I sound like Drake, and then they'll turn around and say I sound like Kendrick, and then say I sound like Corday, Sean, and it's like I can't sound like five of them niggas at once. So y'all gotta choose. Y'all gotta choose somebody. And if y'all choose nobody, y'all can't choose one person. Then it's literally just my sound.
It sound
That's
like
my
Jordan.
sound.
it's
It
your
belongs to
shit
me.
now.
If I'm multiple artists that I sound like, that's not me sounding like me. It sounding like myself. So
There we go.
I see it, but I do be getting the Cole comparisons, and I think I got the Cole comparison real heavy on the Devil in a New Dress because Cole did a verse to that beat, and I didn't even know he did.
Really?
That's it.
Yeah,
I didn't know that. I didn't know that J Cole rapped over Devil in a New Dress, and I think it's called Vilmatic or something like that. I still haven't listened to it. Uh, People were saying, "Oh yeah, yeah, this sounds like J Cole's verse," and I'm like, I haven't even heard J Cole's verse, so like I don't would be able to mimic a verse that I haven't heard before. So
yeah.
yeah,
I
that's
just ignore it. Do your own thing. I mean, you can't really stop it, right? If you're doing your own thing and they're saying that, like,
It's gonna be so much more bullshit like that. Like it's just like
I fuck with the fact that people put me at
in
that
that
high of a level
category. Yeah.
because I don't even put myself in that cat. Like I would never call myself better than Kendrick or Cole or anybody who made a name for themselves in the game until I feel like Jackson, which I never feel like Michael Jackson.
don't
I
say never, bro.
we
You can low key
I ain't
be
gonna say like you might
memorized for
we
like
might never
500
know.
years later.
Yeah, all I'm
Uh,
asking is an interview per year. That's all I'm asking. When you blow up, just
yeah.
hit me up. But go ahead. Thanks.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, we're already sitting past an hour, so
Oh yeah, it's been an hour.
I can
Holy
ask one
shit.
more, or we can close it out.
Go ahead, ask one more. Ask one more.
All right, bye, 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 bye. All right, I'm not sure if this should be about a song or a relationship, since we've been jumping back and forth between the two. But I
Forget about music.
music. All right, so you make higher quality music. I feel like anyone who comes to listen to you from the jump, they would think that you've been doing it for a good while. Is there any advice that you would give to somebody who's just starting off?
Piece of advice would be to just write every day. Just write. And I compare it to a sport, how we get up and we go to the gym and work out, and then after we finish workout and we rest, and then we to the gym and we shoot, or we run laps for football, or we practice. It's something. It's a skill that you practice. It's not something necessarily jump right into and just you automatically good at, because I would definitely compare it to a sport. You have to hone, you have to learn new words, and you have to get out. And a part of practicing writing is collecting material. So getting out, living your life, going through shit, because people don't want to hear the same, you know, oh, I got the bag, I fuck your bitch, I got the best car. Nobody wants to hear that shit through. Who wants to hear it through one song even? So it's like you gotta have at the end of the day, have something real to talk about. And bottom line, you just gotta write every day and practice, and you gotta write from your heart, and you gotta not care what other people think. Really treat song like in your feelings. Don't treat a song like you're writing a song. Like you're writing a song, and you're not gonna make a good song. You're just gonna make some shit people want to hear, and people don't want to hear that. They want to hear the real shit. You just, you gotta be serious about it.
Okay, shoot.
That's amazing wrap up.
Yeah, low key. Hey, write that down. Literally, write that down too.
Write
Okay,
that shit down.
write that down too. But yeah, no. Okay, just a personal question I gotta ask. Not personal for you, but just for me to know.
For him.
Yeah. So since you're saying that you should write and you should write and you should write, how many songs do you write that just doesn't get to the point where you can actually like post it? Like how many songs do you just throw away after you've written them? Not that many.
The thing is, I don't write songs. Like I don't write.
Oh, really?
I write like I'll write verses. So when I is a particular situation, and I'll write songs sometimes. Like I won't just never write a song, but really write verses, or when I'm thinking about something randomly throughout the day, I'll just write it down. I'll jot it in my uh
So it's different. It would probably be different.
I say I just be yeah. What was the original question?
Oh yeah, I was just saying like, how many well I guess I should ask how many verses do you write that just never sees the light of day? You just never use them.
Yeah. Verses that I write that don't
How many times? Like out
damn
of a
near
hundred?
damn near I'd say out of 100, 75 to 80.
Dang. 20.
Build the way I'll build an actual verse that I use. So like the conflicted verse, some of those lines were in a couple of my older verses. The the song was like, so it was like 95% new, 5% lines. So that's what I mean when I say the bulk of the verse tossed, and then the gems in the verse gets brought over to the verse that I'm actually willing to put in a song.
There we
See
go.
what I'm saying?
You be saving it, huh? You be like, nah,
So it's like a,
this one, this verse is too good for this song, but I put it in this one, type thing.
yeah, that's crazy. You can really pick and choose what you would like. That's fucking fire. I ain't never heard that. That's a whole a unique style of writing. Like people usually like either just check in, like okay, all right, start the beat, or they just like fucking just say some shit that come to their head off the moment, or they just write a quick line at the mic, and that's like that's fucking. I ain't never heard no shit like that.
Yeah.
Um, you
So,
ready?
yeah, that's good, bro. That was everything, bro. This was a really
up,
good
man.
one. Sure. Go ahead.
Ah,
Take it away. I'll make you
man,
full screen.
thank you for a ski, man. Today we had a lovely guest, our man Jordan Cortez. If you are I'm pretty sure you're interested in nigga music. Check that shit out. It's in the description down below. You're gonna love it. We do have he does have my bad. He does have a EP coming out very soon. Check that shit out on go to his Instagram, follow all that shit, right? All of our socials are in the description. If you liked it, comment, tell us what was your favorite moment and like what was the best advice that you got from this podcast. If you liked it, thank you. Like, subscribe, all that good shit. Peace.